What's going on, guys? Zennosh here, and today I'm bringing this video to you guys to discuss on which servant will be better to choose during the final reward selection of the ongoing Heir of Light first year anniversary special event, the anniversary racing. Guys, all the servants that has been offered as the final reward of this event are really awesome. All four of them, and then I would really love to discuss about them in this video and help you guys to choose which servant will be the best selection for you guys. And damn, they are really awesome, and I think that this event is the most generous and rewarding event of all. Oh my god, the game build is really making a lot of effort to making this way better, and thanks to CM Halo. Oh my god, these events are really awesome. And before starting this video, I would really love to recommend you guys to subscribe to my channel, and please leave your views and opinions in the comment section below after this video. Let me know how you feel about it, okay? And now let's get this started. So first one is obviously the Fire Spiegel. Oh my god, hands down one of the best support in this game. And another is the Water XITA, hands down one of the best, DPS servant in this game, guys. I mean, she is really good. And Water Leto, is a very good support, especially with the passive ability that can allow the speed boost by about 32% in the dungeons. And another is the Fire Heide, which is one of the best tank in the game. So easily, I mean, he's really awesome, guys. Don't worry, I'm gonna discuss about them one by one. So let's start with the Fire Spiegel, right? So how he is really awesome. So where is he? He is right over here, guys. Fire Spiegel, by hands down, guys, he's one of the best support in this game. Why? Because of his passive skill. Fills combo skill gauge of DPS class 7 by 10% when a light tank class is struck once every 5 seconds. Okay, so every 5 seconds your DPS 7 is gonna receive like 10% of the combo skill gauge boost. So that means your DPS 7 is gonna smash his or her combo skill over and over again very fast. And this is very important during the PvP battles, because in the PvP battles you will have the upper hand, because the one who actually uses his or her combo skill usually have the upper hand. Okay, and that's how the PvP really works. And even in the PvE contents, he will help you to clear out the contents really fast. Okay, I mean, before the enemy can even start using their skill, or before their skills get into the cooldown, you will be able to smash out a lot of combo skills already, so that the opponent will be beaten very fast. The more faster you are, the more easier the content will become. Okay, and this is really awesome, guys. This is really awesome just because of his passive skill. He is so awesome. And it's not only just because of his passive skill, but let's look into every skill details, guys. Crescent Smile, okay, it increases the attack of allies for 30 seconds by level 5, and Wave Effect increases attack of all allies by level 2. That is so awesome, guys. Level 5 and plus level 2, it's nearly just add it up. Okay, it's like a level 7 attack boost. It will give you a lot of attack boost, especially to your defense ignoring servants like XITA. Okay, Fire XITA is really free to play servant in this game, right? And guess what, guys, his secondary mark, this primary mark is like an anchor, whereas his secondary mark is that of an hourglass. The secondary mark is the primary, his secondary mark is the primary mark of Fire XITA, and so many DPS servants out there. He's so compatible with so many DPS servants out there, guys, that he can easily activate their secondary mark. Like right over here, you can see that the secondary mark is about 50%, right? With the help of the chain gears, you can actually make his activate secondary mark status up to 85%, guys. That is so good. That is so badass. That is really great, guys. And you can keep on doing that over and over again, so no problem with that one. Level 7 of attack increase, that is a huge boost. 70% chance to disrupt enemy from healing HP, which is also great as well. Now let's move on to the second skill, one of the best skill as well. You know why? Because it increases the defense of all allies by 60 seconds. It is very important and very useful when the enemy or opponent is doing a sort of AoE damage, okay, like in Omen. Sometimes the damage actually gets passed through your tank, and your support or your DPS servants actually get the hit, and it can be really fatal, depending upon the situation. And with this defense, there is actually increased survivability of your DPS servant and your support class servants or your healers, okay, in your team. And that can really be a very good thing, okay. And gradually healing HP can also be really a great thing, especially in the PvP contents when you are fighting against a very irritating characters, because they won't die but they won't actually deal much damage as well. So in that case of scenario, a small HP heal can also make a lot of difference. Next one is the Death Ballad, okay. 70% chance to decrease enemy defense for 60 seconds. That is pretty good. Wave effect increases speed of all allies by level 3. That speed increase is really great, guys. Anything that can increase the speed in this game is always welcome, and for all allies, hands down best. Really good. So that's why Fire Spiegel is really considered as one of the best support in this game. I really prefer you guys to get him right away if you really don't have any support. If you really don't have a good support in your team, he is gonna make a huge difference. Why? Because if you want to get a DPS servant, you can easily get the Fire XITA by farming Heide shards in the world map tiles, right? That's so easy. Okay, that's so easy. And tank Ishmael, right? And healer, you can get Dark Dungle Hunt, and all you need is a very awesome support, and Fire Spiegel fits in that situation perfectly. So as per me, he can actually be the #1 pick, okay. And now let's move on to the next character, okay, in the line. The next character in the line is obviously our Water XITA. So what can we tell about the Water XITA? He's a DPS servant already. He's a water element, and then his stats are pretty good. Attack is 1158, defense 308, speed 107. That is so good. Now let's look into his main thing, right? It's called Moonlight Blade. Deals damage that ignores enemy defense. This is really great. Okay. If you really build him really high, really good, he can be good in most of the contents in this game, whether it be PvE or PvP, no matter what, okay. It's really good. And there were times when he was even introduced as a summoning character in the combined summon, and I hope that he will come again, okay. So if you are you can actually get his dupes depending upon the situations, okay. If the game is merciful and it will provide the same opportunity again, you can get his dupes, okay. Because for DPS servants, you really need their dupes meaning the same character, okay, the same character of same element, so that you can transcend them, okay. So transcending your DPS servants is very important towards the competitive gameplay in the PvP as well as in PvE contents. And the next one is passive skill. Active skill hit on the enemy has a 100% chance to decrease the enemy defense for 15 seconds. That is pretty awesome, okay. And then if an ally Blavatsky is present, attack increases by 100%. And I think I have already made a video on Fire Blavatsky, that how freaking awesome she is, right? One of the best unit in this game, hands down. I really love her. And then when she is present in the team, and then the attack of this Water XITA is boosted by 100%. What do you guys need more than this, okay? I mean, damn. This is like a golden touch, okay. A golden touch. And when it comes to the team passive, attack of water allies increases by 52% at all region. A 52% of attack boost, come on. It is the best attack boost in the entire game for the water allies, right? Just research, guys. I mean, 52% is way too much in all regions. Damn. I mean, only a DPS servant is gonna need the attack boost, okay. No healers needed, no support needed, or not the tank needed, just the water. So if she can boost her attack just by herself only, then that's enough. That's enough. 52%. Oh my god. And the next one is Moonlight Ballet. 70% chance of increasing damage received by the enemy for 60 seconds. Yes, in most of the cases, the servants are more, focused on decreasing the defense, but increasing damage is much more better, okay, which Fire XITA doesn't have. Increasing the damage received by the enemy for 60 seconds, he has more damage output compared to the Fire XITA, okay. That's how he's a little bit more better, and he has more viability in the Omen 10 floor and Omen 11 floor because of the elemental, advantage against the Fire XITA, okay. Because Fire XITA is gonna suffer a lot in the Omen 11F, 11 floor, whereas the Water XITA, he's not gonna have a lot of problem like that. And the first one is obviously increases all allies attack for 30 seconds, level 3. Yes, it's only a level 3 attack boost. That's why we will be really needing a good support for him. Now that's a little bit down part, but no problem, guys. Fire Spiegel can actually make it a no problem at all, okay. You can just eliminate this problem right away. And you can also get the Fire Blavatsky, whose final skill can actually boost his attack by level 5. But Fire Spiegel is way better because it's like a level 7. Level 5 plus level 2, that's level 7. A level 7 of attack boost is gonna deal a massive amount of damage, just like that. And he is really awesome, guys. He is really awesome. I mean, like, if you guys really are lacking a very good DPS servant, or if you already have a Water XITA and then you are gonna make a dupe out of him and transcend him, then that's even more better. Okay, so if you guys are more focusing on the DPS servant, then he can be your perfect choice. And the next one is the Water Leto, right? Not this one, I mean, maybe, yeah, this one, Water Leto. So now let's talk about her. Okay, she is a water unit and a support unit, right? So she is a support. Obviously, by Spiegel being the best support, but let's see how she can be a little bit. She has a little bit of age, okay, compared to the Fire Spiegel. So HP 8745, attack 665, defense 803, speed 103. Pretty good stats. The best thing about her is her team passive. Speed of all element allies increases by 32% at dungeon. So she is like a dungeon queen. Speed is one of the best stats, and not one of the best. It's the best stat in the game. So anything that can increase your speed stat is always welcome. And by 32% boost, that is so good. That is so good. Okay. So let's say if you wanna clear out the Omen Void, it's better to take Fire Blavatsky and the Water Leto. Okay, these both will be doing a lot of DOT in no time. They are gonna speed clear the content like it's nothing. You get it? They are gonna speed clear everything out, guys. I mean, with the speed stats of 32%, and her first skill is gonna do a DOT damage, which is a water damage over time, and the another one is doing the light damage over time, right, of level 5. Oh my god, that's a lot of DOT damage skills. She is offering like 2, Fire Blavatsky is offering 3, that's a total of 5, right? Damn. With that sort of DOT skills, the Omen really doesn't stand a chance. You will be farming gears very fast. And the first skill, I mean, like, she is really about the first skill and the second skill, which offers like DOT skills, okay, DOT damage, meaning damage over time. 70% chance to deal light damage. Another is 70% chance to deal water damage. And let's look at her final combo skill. 70% chance to reducing enemy speed for 60 seconds. That is pretty good. 70% chance of decreasing enemy defense for 30 seconds by level 3, which is quite beneficial for the DPS servants, right? And when it comes to the passive skill, 80% chance to heal tank class for 15 seconds when using the active skills. So that is pretty good as well. So your tank can be have increased survivability, and that's pretty good. Any active skill, first or second, and you will be using it over and over again because you want to inflict the DOT damage, right? So that's good. Okay. Depending on the scenario, she can be a very good dungeon clearer. I mean, like, she can clear the dungeon in a very fast pace, provided that she allies or she teams up with proper units like Fire Blavatsky. Okay, And the next one, the final unit that we can get, is the one of the most awesome tank in this game, known as the Fire Heide. He is really good, especially in the PvP contents. Why? Because of his passive skill. The amount of damage received at once does not exceed 30% of max HP. Yes, there are other servants that also have the similar type of ability, but guess what, guys? They need to have their taunt ability activated first, before even they can make sure that they will not receive the damage that exceeds the 30% of their max HP. But in this case, Fire Heide, he doesn't have any sort of conditions, guys. It doesn't even have any sort of condition. Unconditional, okay? Whatever the scenario, whatever the case, he is not gonna receive more than 30% of max HP as damage, okay? So that's what really gives him the extra edge, you know, like the uncutting edge against every other tanks out there in the game. Nobody has this, as far as I know. Nobody has this, okay? Unconditional 30% of max HP as the max damage at a time. If an ally Aimirza is present, HP increases by 100%. So that is pretty insane. I mean, that's really good, okay? Aimirza, you can go for Fire Aimirza. Fire Aimirza is one of the best healer in the game, right? And then you can also go for the the Water Aimirza is a very good DPS servant. And what about the Forest Aimirza? Well, I would not really love to talk about her. So team passive, resist of all element allies increases by 55% at tower. It really doesn't make much difference, but what? Yes, at some time during the tower, there is certain stages where you are like silenced, especially by Water Halal and many other enemies. In that scenario, you can actually use this team passive, okay? Resist, so that you won't be silenced, because once you are silenced, you are like a sitting duck, okay? That can be a problem. And the next one is the Karma, the combo skill of the Fire Heide. What it says, like, deals damage based on enemy's max HP. It doesn't seem a lot. I mean, like, it doesn't seem like, why would we even talk about the damage dealt by the Heide, okay? He is a tank, he won't even deal damage. But guess what, guys? Yes, in normal context, he's not gonna really deal that much of damage, but in the boss battles against, let's say, the world boss battle, okay, the world raid, if you are actually in there where the enemies have so much of HP in their pool, this is gonna deal insane amount of damage, guys. This will actually add up to your damage significantly. Let's say in normal content, my Fire Heide deals about 50,000 HP damage in the normal content, but when it comes to the world boss battle, he actually deals about 500,000 to about 700,000 to 800,000 damage, guys. That's a lot. That's a lot of damage, okay? So you cannot really ignore his combo skill. His combo skill can actually deal a massive amount of damage depending upon the content. Increases the glancing hit rate of the enemy for 60 seconds when the caster is under attack. So see, that is the another case. That's how he is actually gonna survive in this game. When the glance hit rate is activated, yes, no debuff can land on him, okay? He is more resistant to debuffs, okay? A tank which is resistant to debuff is really awesome, guys. Glancing, whenever a hit is glanced, that means debuff cannot be landed upon you, okay? You are immune to debuff with the glance hit rate, and then at the same time you will be receiving less damage as well. So what can be better than that, okay? And it's a level 5 type, so that's good. And the first thing is that his taunt duration is 20 seconds, guys. 20 seconds. In most of the cases, the taunt duration is actually only 15 seconds. Just look at this fire aim, okay? Most of the units out there in this game with tank class, they only have 15 seconds of tanking period, whereas for the Fire Heide, he has about 20 seconds, 5 seconds more. Yes, 5 seconds additional, and the additional 5 seconds make a huge difference, you know. Because like you really don't have to keep on switching over and over again. I mean, like you really don't have to keep on focusing that like, oh my god, when the taunt is gonna be over, because in so many contents, whenever your taunt is over, your opponent is actually gonna focus on the squishy DPS servants, okay. Let it be PvP or PvE contents, and that can be fatal. One hit and your support or your DPS servant might actually be blasted out of the map by your enemy. So that can be problematic. And plus 5 seconds, yes, that can be a boon, that can be a blessing at that time. 70% chance to reduce the enemy attack for 30 seconds, which is always welcome. Next one is the increased caster's defense for 60 seconds by level 5. Cliche, but good indeed, okay. Still good. So this is one of the best tank out there, because he kinda always glances the hit, meaning like he is kinda immune to debuff most of the time, and he can deal a massive amount of damage at the same time being a tank, depending upon the content, right? And finally, his passive skill that limits the maximum damage that he can receive at a time is by 30%. Is so cool, meaning like if you guys don't have a really reliable tank unit, he is there to perfectly fill up the spot. He is there, guys. He is so awesome. So now looking into the main event page, so which servant to actually pick, right? Well, for my recommendation, I would really love to recommend you guys to first pick Spiegel, okay. If you guys really don't have a good support, if you really are actually looking for a good support, or like you lack it, then go for Spiegel right away, okay. He's the top priority. The second priority, obviously, the Fire Heide, okay. If you guys don't have good tank, if you guys want to have a little bit more extra edge in PvP contents and PvE contents, Fire Heide is the best selection choice, okay. If you are still relying upon your free-to-play Dark Smile, then it's time to get the Fire Heide. It's time to level up your game, okay. So first choice is the Spiegel, the next one is the Fire Heide. If you guys have both of them, then you can actually go for XITA, especially if you already have a copy of him and then you want to make it a little bit more viable unit, right? And then you can actually go for it. But if you don't have XITA and then you think that you already have a very good DPS servant, or maybe let's say you are already focusing on your core unit, which is maybe your Fire XITA or many other DPS servants, then you can actually go for that. And finally, the last selection is actually the Leto, okay. And she perfectly fits in tandem with our Fire Blavatsky, okay. If both are there, then they can actually deal a lot of DOT damage over time. I have already released a video on how Fire Blavatsky alone can actually clear out the Omen's Void 10th floor in just 1 minute mark, right? Actually 1 minute and 6 seconds, and with the help of another DOT damage like Inflictor, oh my god, that can be a really devastating team for Omen Void, okay. I mean, Omen is gonna cry. The Omen is gonna cry, and he's gonna fall to his knees in no time, okay. And guess what, guys? Leto has also her speed team passive, right? Speed team passive. That means Fire Blavatsky and the Leto can actually keep on dealing more DOT in very frequent manner. So that is so awesome, guys. That will be so awesome case scenario if you guys can actually make it before 30 complete in the 30-second mark with these two characters. Oh my god, guys, just use this, okay, because once you have a very good Omen 10th floor clearing team, then you guys can lace your hand on one of the most best top tier gears in this game. So if you have really top tier gears, then what do you need more, okay? Meaning like any kind of servant in this game can have a very good performance rating in this game if you have perfect gears equipped to them, right? So that actually clears a lot of problem from your game content. So this is how it is, guys, and this is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to keep on enjoying the contents of my channel. And guys, please Let me know your views and opinions in the comment section below. Let me know like which servant do you think is the best one to pick. What do you guys want to pick in this selection, guys? Let me know, and let me know why as well. Okay, that would really help me and my community, or our community, to understand about these units more better. Okay, and see you guys in the next video.